Hey guys, I am Logan. This is The Long Drive. Welcome back. Once again, it's been a few days since I have played. I tell you, when it rains, it pours, my friends. It has been all kinds of just one, two, three, knockdown, drag out nonsense. A lot of stuff going on. I'm not going to burn you all with it. There's been some family medical issues. My heat pump I mentioned had died. The graphics card is still dead, so I'm still running on an old graphics card. But things are progressing. I got a new heat pump in. Costs a lot of money, but I got a new heat pump in, so that is good. I got... what else did I get? I got that graphics card shipped off back to Gigabyte, so hopefully they can figure out what's wrong with it and either send me a new one or get that one repaired and shipped back. That cost, oddly, a lot of money, considering it's still under warranty, and in my opinion they should have paid for it, but that's neither here nor there. So guys, I'm back again. I apologize for a second extended absence. Life is crazy, and especially with this not being, I've said it before, this not being a full-time job. It kind of, unfortunately, things that I want to do have to take a backseat to things that I have to do. Perks of being a grown-up, I suppose. So once again, I apologize for a long absence. I hope you guys haven't forgotten about me. You haven't forgotten where we are, because we are having a good time. I checked it as I was loading in. Guys, we are down to our last 12 to 1500 kilometers. So we are definitely nearing the end. I think it said we're right at 3,800 kilometers. I know it's been a long trip, but there have been a few extended absences. There have been episodes where we haven't done anything but stop and explore, really work on vehicles. So there's been a lot of times where we weren't making as much progress as we probably should have been. So that's still pretty cool. I mean, we are making a lot of progress, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun finishing up and making the return trip. So let's see what is here, if anything. So I don't see much, and no. There's a trailer, but we don't need it. I don't think we have a trailer hitch. We do not. No receiver. So we're just going to continue on. So, if you recall last time, we cleaned up Van Helsing. We have a bunch of gas. We have all kinds of stuff going on. So we are ready to just truck it for a good while. So now, whether that means we're going to just drive straight, have us a good time driving, going fast, or if we're still going to stop and explore a little bit, that remains to be seen. How are we doing on food and water? We're actually doing pretty good. We need to take us a bit of a pee. We don't really need to have a poo yet. So I think all of that's fine. I dove off-road. I probably should not have done that. But thus far it's okay. Come on, merge back onto the road without... There we go. And we merged back into a devil road. Good times. Oh yes, alright. So outside of all the crazy things that have befallen me, life goes on, it continues. I saw a couple of good movies, saw a couple of movies. Saw Cobweb. I don't know what I expected. It was not what I expected. Which, again, I expected it to be good. I think I went in with a different idea because of the way the trailer looked and all these people I saw saying, oh, it looks like a reverse Coraline, where when he's sleeping, he's with, his real parents, and when he's awake, he's with, the monster parents, the other parents. And that just, you go in with a false expectation, and you're pretty much always let down. Wasn't a bad movie. If you're into that kind of thing, I recommend it. Lizzie Kaplan was great, as always. Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander in The Boys, was pretty good in it as well. Few things weren't really necessary. A lot of people saw things coming before they happened. Yeah, it was what it was. It wasn't bad, wasn't great. If you enjoy it, I recommend it. I'm still waiting to watch Boogeyman. I think it looks pretty good. Along with, there's some new A24 movie out. They Talk, It Talks, The Hand, something, I don't know. I've said it before, I'm not the biggest A24 fan. A lot of their content to me just is... What's the best way to put it? It's very psychological horror. There's not a lot of... It's not slasher, it's not jump scare, it's just very much psychological, slow burn horror. which I get. A lot of people love that kind of stuff. And if you do, hey, that's awesome. More power to you. You probably love their stuff. I am just not the biggest fan of it. So for me, it doesn't really hit the mark. So I don't know if I'm even going to watch that one or not. What did I do? I think I just opened something I didn't want to open. Let me go back here. But yeah, I mean, if that's the kind of thing you're into, you'd probably enjoy it. If not, you probably wouldn't. That's just my opinion, my 2 cents on it. You know, take that for what you will. Alright, so the sun is setting. We got lucky. We had 2 stops and no zombies. I don't want to stay out too late in the dark. I'm waiting for them to add zombies that spawn in the dark. So even though you think you're safe, one will just kind of ramble up out of nowhere. Or for them to be like the bunnies and they sort of just show up. And you just kind of see them walking through the desert coming toward you all the time. Which would actually be kind of cool. Like, you leave one behind, but it knows you are there, so it just starts following you down the road. That'd be kind of neat. Kind of like It Follows. Is the name of that movie? It Follows? I think that was it. Kind of thing. I left a door open. Oh no. Boop. Open door. Boop. Closed door. Boop. Closed door. Get in driver's seat. And Alonzi. Actually, we might just go ahead and stop here and sleep. It's only 8 o'clock, but that should get us right into the morning. Do. There we go. And we are off. It's only 4:35 in the morning, but the sun is up, which makes me think that clock is a little off. You can adjust the clock. I never really do, but this one might be off, so we might need to adjust that at some point. But it's something we can deal with later. I tell you, it does feel good to be back, though. I mean, with everything that was going on, not being able to get on and play. I mean, I was honestly afraid that the CPU would burn up my house with the AC down. So when I moved into this place, the previous owners, they told me, like, yeah, it was running low on refrigerant last year. We put some in, and it's been working fine. So I assumed there was a small leak somewhere. So I was like, all right, well, that's fine. Like, it works. I can deal with it when I have to. A couple of months in, if that, I started hearing this loud knocking noise from the evaporator coil, and it was just frozen over. So I'd have to shut it off, let it thaw, turn it back on. So contacted a guy, recommended to me, great guy. And he came out, said, yeah, you've definitely got a leak. We'll top it off. It's like $75. Not bad. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see what we can do. And then that worked fine for a couple of months. Everything's hunky-dory. I got up last Monday, and it's completely dead. Was it last Monday? 2 Mondays ago. Man, I don't even remember anymore. Everything has been a whirlwind these last 3-4 weeks. Anyway, I get up. I'm like, man, it feels warm. Because I cannot sleep if I'm hot. So every night I cut the AC down mid-60s. Because I will not be able to sleep if I'm hot. That's just me. That's how I am. So I cut the AC down. Go to bed. I'm like, man, this is feeling good. I go to sleep. I wake up about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, nah, something's not right. I check the thermostat. It's supposed to be in the mid-60s. It's in the low 70s. But I can hear it spinning. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Whatever. So I go back to bed. I'm like, it's a little hot, but it's not too hot. I get up a little bit later, start getting ready for work. And again, I can hear it spinning, but it's gotten hotter. It's like 73, 74 now. I'm like, something's not right. Something's definitely not right. So I check outside the unit, the main fan blade on the heat pump not spinning. So I'm like, okay, like the previous owners, they also told me they had to put a booster on it before because it was underpowered and it wouldn't kick the fan on. Whoa. Okay, that was fun. Alright, let's see. So what was I saying? They had to put a booster on it because it was underpowered. There's a zombie crouched under there. What you doing, Mr. Zombie? Think we can shoot him from here? Uh-oh, he got out. Boom. Okay, we got him. Alright, so let's stop and look here real quick. I don't see much of interest. Nothing that warrants us stopping, I don't believe. So now, one thing I do want to do... What is happening? Oh, okay. So, one thing I want to do, I want to get a wee bit of speed. Not a whole lot, because I don't know how this is going to work. But I want to do the ramp. Whew. Oh no, we went sideways. Oh, we're good. Haha, yes. I think I clipped the edge of it. Alright, let's do that one more time. One more. Just for funsies. Just for funsies. Alright. Alright, so let's slow down. We're going to spin Van Helsing. We want to kind of line up our jump. And here we go, here we go. Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard. Woo, okay. Alright, so let's get back at it here, shall we? Alright. So, yeah, the fan on the HVAC wasn't spinning. The previous owners had told me they had to put a booster on it, so I was like, okay, maybe that's, happening again. So usually if that happens, you can stick something in there, kickstart the fan, it'll spin up. So I grab a fly swatter, I stick it down, boop, and it fires right up. So I'm like, alright, cool, that's all it needed. I'll just have to contact them, my HVAC guys, and tell them that it needs a booster. Well, an hour goes by, and I'm like, it's blowing. It's not feeling any better. So sure enough, I look, it's gotten warmer. That thing's been running. No water's coming out. It's not working. So I call my HVAC guy, and I'm like, hey, you had said I was probably going to need another one before too long. I think you're right. Let's... Oh, no, wait. No. I'm getting ahead of myself. I am getting ahead of myself. So it quit working a second time. Called my HVAC guy. He came out, got it running, said, yeah, like it's working. I don't know how long it's going to work, but it is working. So he had actually found a copper line that had blown. We just think there was too much pressure behind it, and it just went kaboom and blew. So he was out there for like 3 hours trying to get that thing to weld. Nothing would stick to it. It was a mess. So that worked for about a week and a half. That's when this whole thing with the fan started happening. So yes, I completely missed a step. So long story short, it's completely dead. I call him. I say, hey, you said it probably wasn't going to last long. It didn't last long. It's dead. Let's go ahead and order a new one. So a few days later, whole new outside unit, evaporator, condenser, everything shows up. And I've got a new HVAC, which is keeping the place cool. They were struggling to get it to kick on. And they're like, oh, the board's bad. So they had to go out, pull a board off of another unit, which of course is brand new, it's under warranty, it doesn't cost me anything. They get back, they put that board on, they're still having trouble. They put in a new thermostat, still having trouble, but it's working. So at this point, they're thinking there's something crazy going on with the wiring. So he's still got to come back sometime to redo all the wiring from my thermostat out to the unit. But I have cool air, and that's what matters. The furnace was fine, heat, that's not a big deal. I have a wood-burning fireplace, so even if the furnace does go out, I'm not going to freeze to death in the winter, which I've told y'all before, I live in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. In the south, it really doesn't get cold here that often. I mean, not like sub-freezing temperatures for extended periods where I have to worry about the house, even with no heat, getting down to dangerous temps. It's just, I'm lucky in that I don't have to worry about that. Now, heat, that's a whole nother problem. It was almost 90 in here a couple of days, so it was miserable. I had windows open, I had fans stuck in windows, I had fans pointed right at me, and it was still hot. Like, sitting down, doing my job, I was fine. As soon as I stood up, I started sweating. It was bad. But that's taken care of. I've still got some family health issues that I am dealing with right now. So, of course, that's always fun. But I'm back right now. So, you're going to get at least this episode. Whether any other episodes come out on time, I can't promise. I really wish I could say that, yes, things are back to normal. I will be posting, the weekly long drive video every Saturday around 8 a.m. unfortunately, right now with everything, I cannot promise that. So those of you that have stuck around or still joining me, joining us, welcome. I appreciate you staying around, and it means a lot. So I do appreciate it. But, you know, life is chaotic. It happens. You know, nothing's ever perfect in regards to life, so we deal with it, we move on. That's what I am trying to do. Oh, we're jumping over the road to... Alright. So we did finally Dukes of Hazzard a ramp. That was a little bit of fun. If we find another one, especially as we get a little bit closer to the end, I kind of want to hit it going like full speed and see what happens. I don't want to do it now just because we still have a long way to go and there's a lot that could go wrong hitting one of those ramps at full speed, especially with this thing in the Fury engine. We would hit it real hard, real fast. So we are shaving a little bit off of the trip right here. We're cutting across the desert, of course. Generally, you've seen me avoid doing this. This is a fairly flat section, and even at these higher speeds, on these fairly relatively flat areas, it's easy enough to see a rock, to move out of the way, see a cactus, a tree, whatever. So it's not that big of an issue. Now that being said, our engine does look a little warm. Need to check the radiator, make sure it's got water in it, because we do seem to be running warm, which is interesting. That's not happened before since we put the Fury motor in, so I'm curious as to why. Oh, big rock over there. And one thing I definitely want to do too before we end is drive into a dust storm. I think that would be kind of cool. Doesn't really do much. I know if you don't have like the physics locked down, things will fly around the car, off the car, things like that. But we did finally engage physics lock just because we needed to. Oh, that was the wrong button. But it's working. We have stuff back there. It's neat. We have a little collection of cool stuff that's useful. We're not really carrying anything outrageous, anything that we don't particularly need. And I guess if we needed to scale down the weight, we could kick out the shovel and the metal detector. They've not really done a whole lot for us. You know, they just kind of are there. And of course, as we burn through some of the fuel, that will help lessen the weight of the vehicle. Which, I mean, honestly, Van Helsing with this weight is driving exceptionally well. Like, I don't feel like we're ever gonna just spin out, but we still have a lot of control over where the vehicle goes. And see, we still have a lot of bounce in the suspension, so we're not just squatting down super hard. It's actually pretty nice. How are we doing on food and water? We drank. Oh yeah, we need to stop and eat something in a little bit. Ooh, there is a ship up ahead. That is nice. Oh geez. Oh no. Oh no. Oh geez. What the crap just happened? Why did everything just fall out? What the crap? Okay, well that's confusing. All kinds of stuff that should have been fizz-locked just went kaboom. Yeah, I really don't have an answer as to what just happened. So the stuff up top is fine. The baskets are fine. But a lot of other stuff that should have been fizz-locked stopped being fizz-locked. Okay, well, let's just try to put this stuff back in. And we'll see what happens, I guess. Alright, so there's that. Here's our shovel. Let's put the shovel down. Okay. So we've got all these jerry cans we need to put back in. This one's water. Actually, let's put the water one right there. And all these should be gas. So I'm not entirely certain what happened in the slightest. I just know that everything was fine. I got a little cockeyed, tried to straighten it up without hitting a light pole, and the van just sort of dug into the ground. Okay. I really don't know why it dug in like that. But then all the loose items that should have been Fizzlock, so things not in the baskets, just fell through the floor. It's like the Fizzlocks just turned off. They fell through the floor, all the doors popped off, and stuff went flying. Okay, so we lost the headlight too. All the doors but the passenger door came off. A barrel went flying. All the loose stuff went flying. A headlight. Yeah, I'm at a loss. I really don't know. Okay, so the coolant's fine. She's just running a little hot. Yeah, I really don't know what happened right there. Autosave, come on. Okay, so if I push you, all that stuff stayed, okay. So I mean, Fizzlocks is working. I really don't understand why it would have done that. But I guess this will give us a chance to go ahead and fill up the gas tank. So we got 50 liters here. I do think we're probably going to stop at that ship up there. See if we can find any fuel in it. I think that'll be the call. So let's get this filled up. We'll have us a full tank of gas again. We'll start burning some of that off. Oh, we are hungry, so we definitely need to get some bite to eat. Alright, that's good enough for now. Alright, so let's squat down. Let's grab this here sausage. Alright. We'll drink us a little bit of water out of this. And boom. We have full health, full food, full water. So we're set on all of that. Alright, so you're in. Okay, let's throw this sucker in reverse. So I mean, everything seems to be sticking again. I mean, even tapping that rock right there. I mean, we seem fine. I really don't know what caused any of that. That was very strange. I wish I had an answer for you. I don't, but I wish I did. So, yeah, I don't know. I am at a loss. The only thing I can say is long drive physics. Doing their physicky things. Alright, so it's dark. Let's go ahead and have us asleep just so we know what's going on out in the world around us. Slide to a stop. Alright, that ship is up ahead. But guys, we're closing in on half an hour here. So I think we're going to call this one, guys. I'm glad to be back. Again, I apologize for another long-term absence. I hope it doesn't happen again. But I just have a lot of stuff going on in life. I can't promise it won't. I will try my best. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new, welcome. I appreciate you. Say hi in the comments. If you're coming back, say hi in the comments. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Guys, I am Logan, and I will catch you next time.